Scale Systems has helped more than 1,800 businesses generate premium clients on social media.
Meet Lauren Tickner, a self-made millionaire by 23, who mastered online marketing and sales.
As the founder and CEO of Scale Systems, she has helped over 250,000 experts build a life of freedom through profitable, scalable coaching offers.
Every challenge that I'm going through is actually setting me up to be able to conquer bigger challenges in the future. So lessons are presented to us every day during certain mindset phases or emotions. Are you actually willing to accept those lessons? I just thought to myself, what the hell is wrong with me? I have the freedom to make choices. Failing is just part of it. If you don't fail, it kind of just implies you're not trying hard enough. In our industry, there's this massive obsession to make $1 million a month. I think that we all just want freedom. What is my big mission? Like, what is the goals that I have specifically? I'm trying to actually identify what is that next thing for me.
Where big dreams meet bold action. Where we share real stories, actionable insights, and the inspiration needed to transform your ideas into businesses. Are you ready to turn your ideas into success and be an inspiration to others? Join Inspirepreneur.
I'm so glad and so excited to introduce our next guest, Lauren Tickner. Lauren Tickner became a millionaire at the age of 23 and has spoken on some of the same stages as Alex Hormozi and Gary Vee. How did she get here? She made her first million through scaling her own online health and coaching business with organic social media and selling in the DMs. After helping a few of her friends do the same, she realized that there was a huge opportunity in monetizing social media. And that's how Scale Systems was born. A few years later, Scale Systems has helped more than 1,800 businesses generate premium clients on social media. Follow Lauren Tickner to learn more and how to do the same. Hi, Lauren. How are you going?
Life's amazing. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Glad to be here. You're in Australia then, yeah?
I'm in Australia, Melbourne.
Nice.
Where are you dialing in from?
Right now I'm in Japan, but I need to get myself over to Australia. Actually, I've never been. So yeah, it's definitely somewhere that's like, yeah, I really, really do want to go to, but it just, I don't know, somehow never has come up. But yeah, my mom was actually born in Adelaide, but she left there when she was like 5, right? So like I have no family there. Yeah.
Well, now you've got family in Melbourne.
There we go. There we go. Appreciate it. No, it's good to connect though. Your studio background looks cool. I like the colors and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah, I got this. I'm a hypnotherapist.
Oh, awesome. Okay, for like what type of people?
For executives and business owners.
Cool. I did actually like self-hypnosis every day for more than 2 years. Like it helped me so much because I used to be super anxious person. That's
So
awesome.
part of the reason why I do this is for people with business owners with anxiety, fear, limiting beliefs, imposter syndrome, and all this kind of thing. Lauren, you've achieved a lot of remarkable success with Scale Systems. How can you maintain your growth mindset when facing these really big challenges in your life?
When I first faced challenges, I would react with a huge impulse to fight the challenge that I was going through. I noticed that I'd find myself incredibly anxious and in a state of constant fight or flight. I realized, wow, like every challenge that I'm going through is actually setting me up to be able to conquer bigger challenges in the future. Because anyone listening to this right now, you could think about a problem maybe 5 or 10 years ago, and it felt like the world was ending. And now, if you were to go through that, it just wouldn't even faze you.
What were you doing before all of this? Like, how did you sort of get here?
Where I grew up, personal growth, personal development, self-development, just it wasn't even a thing. It's not a topic. Like, why are you so egotistical to do self-development? And so I picked up the book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And somehow it just opened up this massive treasure chest of personal development. And I also got into fitness. I lost like 50 pounds, so 20 kilos or so. And I began really taking care of my health and, posting about it online, health and fitness content 10 years ago now. And that's essentially how I got into self-hypnosis that I did, which is so cool that you do hypnosis because that literally changed everything for me because I was super anxious previously because I made a mistake in my fitness journey, which was that I over restricted my calories because I didn't really understand about the, the
Yes.
nuts and bolts of health and fitness. So I
Yes.
basically ate way too little. And I found myself not with like an eating disorder, but
Hmm.
disordered eating, right? I would call it more like that. And so I was not eating enough calories and I started having panic attacks every day. Like every single day, I was having these panic attacks. And the only thing that fixed it for me was self-hypnosis, interestingly enough. I tried
Nice.
therapy, I tried countless things. Self-hypnosis was the one thing that actually helped. So
That character, like you didn't just wake up being the success that you are and the person that you are today. How did you, what was that thing that clicked in your brain that said, I want to become this person?
so lessons are presented to us every day. It's
Yeah.
just that only during certain mindset phases or emotions, should we say, are you
Hmm.
actually willing to accept those lessons? But what I've noticed is that I have to be in some hyper emotional state to actually accept lessons sometimes. I remember I was 17. And again, this is when I had just sort of got into supposedly getting myself healthy, but I was actually severely restricting my calories. I went to the gym and I was benching, right? Because I was a powerlifter. And I tried to like bench this weight, which was a super normal weight for me, like 40 kilos, right? It wasn't anything crazy heavy. I would usually be able to do 10 reps and I could only do three. And I realized like my breathing was super shallow. I felt so dizzy and I thought I was going to faint. Like I used to have this irrational fear of fainting. And I remember driving home had to like pull over on the side because I was just having this like long drawn out panic attack. I'm like sitting in my car and I'm in the driveway of my house and I'm thinking like what the hell is wrong with me? Like I need to sort this out. I literally had all these goals, all these ambitions to be super successful. And I remember thinking like what the hell is wrong with me? Like I have the ability to make something from my life, but I'm just pushing it away because I didn't know what I was doing wrong. I needed to make sure that I was focusing on making myself generally as a better person, not just only obsessed about fitness, right? That's what was happening to me back then. And then I had this image in my head because my brother, he's 2 years younger than me, he's disabled. So he has epilepsy and autism, and he's basically been in a wheelchair like since he was super young. He has a tube in his stomach. I just thought to myself, like, what the hell is wrong with me? Like, I have the freedom to make choices. He doesn't. Like, he doesn't have the ability to make his life what he wants it to be. So sort yourself out, Lauren. And I did. I literally did. And then just everything for me changed since then. And I changed how I was, how I was waking up. Like before, I'd be lazy. I'd sort of like sleep in. I'd snooze, which, okay, every now and then, fine. But like it was a very bad habit. I would have like these weird eating habits where I'd like kind of snack all day and I wouldn't have like real proper meals. I'd just be grazing all day. I would go to the gym, obviously, but I'd like push it to the last minute. I'd hang around with people that were like really mentally toxic. And I was just making all the wrong decisions. I literally just snapped in that moment.
This is the reality, and a lot of the coaches that are watching this and hearing your story, they need to hear this because this is not the stuff that you hear and see on Instagram, which is picture perfect. What I want to do is bring on people like you that have real stories, that are real humans, but they've made something for themselves by wanting to improve their mindset. I
Yeah.
want to talk about how you're using, like, we get knocked down around as entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
How do you use that as a stepping stone instead of, being something that holds you back?
Don't even know if I've ever had a day where I didn't fail at something. So for me, like it's just a natural, like failing is just part of it. It just is.
Yeah.
Um, and I haven't met anyone successful that isn't happy when they fail. I ultimately see that failure is data. And it just shows that the decision that you made wasn't a strong hypothesis. And now you have the evidence to prove that it isn't something that should be repeated. And if you don't fail, it kind of just implies like you're not trying hard enough. Well, by not failing, I think you fail because you don't actually get as much data as you could have if you just took the messy action. Because then I think you can also iterate much more quickly. But the way that we've been schooled up until now, it kind of sets us up to think that failing is bad, and it just isn't. And the thing is, no one's gonna be perfect. Like I have clients who are crazy successful from the outside, right?
Yeah.
Um, and they're just constantly failing every day, and that's okay because they did it, right? And that's the difference between those that are really like, successful, however we want to define that, and those that like kind of stay stuck, or maybe they feel like they're lagging behind us because they don't take tons of action, I think.
You've worked with a lot of successful people. What are you noticing in the pattern of their mindset of how they've become successful?
Their goals are just so crazy, like crazy, 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 crazy big. I mean, for example, I think in our industry, there's this massive obsession to make $1 million a month, right? Like that's just or even like even like 10K a month or 100K a month or a
Yeah.
million a month. Those seem to be like the stepping stones. And I have this one client, he basically generated $6 million in a week. For him, he's like, yeah, I was just paving the way this time. I knew this was going to eventually happen. It's like, what do you mean you knew this was eventually going to happen? And they just have these huge, big, 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 big goals. And I think what I've realized is like, while I think big, I don't think big enough. And I think I can think small because in an industry where, a lot of people, their goal is like 10K or 100K a month, it's just very transactional. It's not like a big sort of important goal. It's not like a mission. And I think what I've noticed about them is they have a mission and they've created a movement.
Right.
And that's the difference is like they have an ultimate mission and they want to create a movement on the way to getting to that mission. And
Mhm.
so they just think so much bigger. It's like they just put a couple zeros on the projection P&Ls. And then it doesn't really matter
Wow.
to them because it's just sort of the numbers are just nothing. But what's important to them is the mission.
And this is a really good segue, right? What is your big dream and what belief would you like more of that will help you get there faster?
I think that we all just want freedom. It's one of those things where actually, especially in the last 6 to 8 months, I've been surrounded by just crazy inspiring people. And it's put me in this season where I'm actually just trying to figure it out right now. Like, what is my big mission? Like, what is the goals that I have specifically? Because I kind of always come back to ultimately it's freedom, but it's not super like inspiring, right? Because I feel like I do have that. And
Mm.
so now I'm trying to actually identify what is that next thing for me.
What if we just hypnotized you to
Let's do
knowing
it. Okay, okay, let's do it.
as you think about that shallow breathing and things from the past, like that fear that you've been having inside of you, where do you feel it in your body?
My chest and my
Your
heart.
chest and your heart.
Yeah.
Cool. So if after the hypnotherapy, so if I was to ask you again
Yeah.
to try and replicate this fear
Yeah.
of your chest and in your heart, and you couldn't do that same fear of chest and in your heart, you will
Yeah.
know you've been hypnotized.
Yes, I know what it is. It's fear that I'm gonna have a heart palpitation.
Good. So
Yeah.
if we were to remove that and that anxiety that you've got around that,
Yeah.
do you know that you've been hypnotized?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Cool. Cool. How long have you been doing this thing for? Good.
For
So
for
you've
me,
been doing
10
this
years.
thing
10 years.
so you've been doing this thing for a long time.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's take it away.
Yeah.
I get you to close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. I want you to imagine now the muscles around your shoulders are feeling so relaxed now. And I want you to listen to my voice, and I don't really need you to understand or hear what I say, but just follow my voice. You tell yourself, this anxiety, I really need to deal with it. This stuff that I've been holding on from the past that I'm holding on to, it's quite heavy in my central nervous system into my body. I'm carrying it. I want to let it all go. And the way that you do this is you say to yourself, well, you know that the best way of doing this is through your subconscious. And we're going to do it through a spiral staircase. And we're going to go round and around, deeper and deeper. You're getting more and more relaxed. Lauren, at the bottom of the staircase, you're going to be meeting someone that you know. And I want you to meet the highest version of you. It's that version of you, Lauren, that has solved this problem. And because she's been able to solve this problem, she's been able to get those really big goals. And so you ask your highest self, how did you solve this problem? And she tells you, all I did is I went to the first event where I decided, and then I was scared, and then I wasn't going to be free. And so you ask her, at what age did you decide, Lauren, that you weren't free?
4.
And I want you to float to 4. And I want you to notice that you've also got that fear feeling in your chest. and in your heart when you decided that you weren't free? Can you feel that?
Yeah.
Good. What I want you to do now, Lauren, is I want you to float back up and I want you to step into a time machine to before you decided that you weren't free. And let me know when you've done that.
Yeah.
Good. Notice the feeling in that event, how free you feel. Can you notice that? Good. Lauren, now that you haven't decided that old decision, what are you deciding about yourself?
I am peaceful.
You are peaceful.
I am funny.
You are funny.
I am loved.
You are loved.
I am relaxed.
Lauren, I want you to go down into that event as the person that you are today. And I want you to hold and pick up little Lauren. And I want you to feel how she feels in that moment. She's feeling so safe and so secure. I want you to take her up into your timeline, Lauren. And I want you to notice that that old decision is now gone. Is it gone now?
Yeah.
I want
Crazy.
you to I want you to also notice all that fear. Is it there? Is it gone now?
Yeah, it feels gone.
The feeling of fear is gone
Mm.
in those events, even the hardest moments of your past. And I want you to see all the missed opportunities, Lauren, that you missed out on because you felt that you weren't free. I want you to go into your new timeline now. The old timeline is just falling away into the background and it just falls apart. But I want you to pay attention to your new timeline. I want you to notice how bright it is without fear, with you feeling free now. And I want you to notice the new opportunities now, Lauren, without fear. You can make big decisions. How fast you can pivot from one thing to another. Sort of like you're in an Iron Man suit and you're flying faster than ever. You are so powerful, Lauren. You can feel it in your body and you can see into your future and you're so excited because you know that nothing can stop you now and that you can think bigger and that the mission that you can have for people, the more people that you can help, the more people that will pay you and that your mission is bigger than you. People just come all around from all around the world wanting to be around you because you solve problems. Life is always looking out for you, Lauren, flying faster. You can see your future. You can see what it looks like. You can see the impact that you're having on the millions of people. And you know what the impact is now. You know exactly what you need to do. I want you to float 3 years from now, Lauren. And I want you to look towards now. I want you to notice how you can work backwards to get there. Who you need to speak to. What help do you need? And you can see it play it out exactly how you need to. And I want you to see and feel this mission that you have that fills up your whole body. The love that people give you because you've been able to change their life. And you're feeling so blessed. And it's sort of like the puzzle piece that you needed. I want you to come back into the room. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes.
That was crazy. Oh my gosh, you're so good at this. Wow. Oh my gosh. That was like the most craziest feeling I've ever had, I swear.
Yeah.
It was so much clarity as well. Gosh, I didn't know what I was getting myself into with this podcast. This was like the coolest thing.
As you think about your past now, those really big moments, can you do that feeling?
No, and also just the way that you did that was just so amazing. Oh my gosh, that was just so perfect. What? That, that was crazy.
Can you tell me about your chatter in your mind? Is it all gone? All that negative chatter?
Yeah, I was like trying to recreate it while you were, you know, when you I was like trying to make myself think I was gonna have a heart palpitation or something. But no, I don't feel like that at all. That's crazy. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done something like this where I felt it in my body like
Yeah.
something just changed.
Yes.
It was like my body just like sweated out some issue that I had that I didn't realize I still had. I
Yeah.
also had clarity on what I need to do for my business too.
There you go. If I had told you before this call that you would be feeling like this, would you have believed me?
No way, no way. You can just use this as a testimonial for anyone. This was just the craziest thing ever. I'm like gonna send everyone to you. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. What?
And that's only one. And I only did that in half an hour. As you
Yeah.
float into your future, can you feel that anxiety anymore or that heart palpitation?
No, I don't feel it at all.
Cool.
No, I literally don't feel it. Like this is
Lauren, are
so.
you saying just because of some random guy from the internet did some hypnotherapy, half an hour, that he's been able to take away years and years of just stuff, just like that?
I'm telling you, I haven't felt like this for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
This is insane. What? This is. I didn't even realize though that this was still like causing me issues.
Yeah, people don't know, Lauren.
Wow.
This is the missing link. This is the blind spot that I'm trying to educate people on.
I need to send you like every client. So you're working with business owners and executives, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm certainly interested to have more sessions for sure, and also my partner as well. And literally, I will literally send you like every client. This is, and
Oh,
I'm serious about that. This is insane.
thank you. Thank you so
You
much.
please use me.
It's a blessing.
Use this
This
as a
is
testimonial, whatever you need.
this is my mission, right? You're speaking about missions, and this isn't about money for me, although, you know, it's why they pay me the big bucks to solve really hard problems in such a short amount of time. But this is my mission, is to help
That was
people like
so,
you and others try and get maximum impact on the world
yeah.
by letting all that shit go.
I'm literally shocked right now. What?
And there's nothing for you to do now about it because it's implanted into your subconscious.
Yeah. I mean, the difference though between this and like self-hypnosis, I feel like if I just did a session with you one time instead of like 2 years of self-hypnosis, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This isn't normal hypnosis.
Yeah.
This is more of advanced hypnosis. I've been training as a master practitioner, and I found that there's gaps in normal hypnosis.
Right.
So I've
Yeah,
had to
totally.
break it down and rebuild it. I've also got a story too, Lauren, where I had massive panic attacks.
Oh, you really do.
Yeah, so
Oh,
these are the people that I like to work, people with, undiagnosed ADHD, learning difficult,
yeah.
racy minds that they can't focus, panic,
Yeah.
anxiety, limiting beliefs, all those types of things. So everything from now until for the rest, you've for now forever changed the trajectory of your life
Yeah.
and your business just by this thing. Because
Totally.
as you look and receive information, it's going to be different. So you don't need to like people go to like Tony Robbins events and want to be hyped up and want to get
Right.
motivated. And then a week later it's all the same shit after.
Yeah, but this is not, this is change.
This is real change.
I tried to do like inner child exercises before and I had done it. And like only one time where I'd like guided myself to do it, did I have like a physical response like that before.
Mhm.
When I like introduced my little self to my fiance, right? And like that really felt like comforting to me. But this one was crazy different. Like it was so intense because it's like I could feel relaxed, like and trust myself.
And so since that you feel now at peace and you're not feeling like you're looking over your shoulders subconsciously,
Yeah. I can
everything's now
relax.
open to you. Opportunities will
Yeah,
seem a lot more open to you now.
100%.
The
Yeah,
way that
that's
you
so
perceive that information, it's like, no, I'm actually safe. Bring it on,
100%.
So it's that type
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah. Do you do like group sessions and stuff or just
I
one-on-one
do
stuff? What do
group.
you
So
do?
people that can't afford me one-on-one,
Yeah, you do group.
yeah, I do group. So I do
That's really
group
cool. Very
executive
cool.
stuff. So yeah, and business
Very
owners and
cool.
coaches. Yeah,
I love it. Will you send me like a list of your different packages and stuff? Because yeah, I'm
sure,
telling you, like I would love for some people that I know to, connect with you, to work with you, because I know tons of people that would absolutely, yeah, benefit from your work. Really cool.
awesome.
I think that this and EMDR.
Yeah, so I know
Do
EMDR. Yeah.
you, do you like EMDR?
Um, I felt that it wasn't really necessary what I was getting out of this. So every problem
Yeah,
I'm able to solve so much more faster just through
faster.
this. So
Yeah.
I've got a whole
This
bunch of
is
different modalities packed into this one thing.
because like I like EMDR, but you're right. This is definitely faster.
Fast and long
It
term.
seems somehow too good to be true. That's what
Yes, it
people are
is.
going to say.
Yes.
But it was so amazing.
Yes. Yes. All
Thank
right.
you so much. This was
Thanks,
amazing.
Lauren.
Seriously, I appreciate you so much. This was crazy cool. Yeah.
No, my pleasure.
Thank you. See you.
Take
Bye-bye.
care. Bye-bye.